Virginia, and they've looked good. And you mentioned Michigan State earlier, Dan.
Yeah.
That should be a whale of a game, Mike, on Friday night at the Garden. Who do you like, Michigan State or Virginia?
I think I'm going UVA all the way. And it's not because I think they have a better program or better players. I think they have a better team. I think Kalen Lucas is a special player. I think Michigan State has a lot of bodies. I love Virginia's depth, and I love the way the first five play together. I just think they play together as well as any team I've seen this year when they're on.
Take Virginia. I know where you're leaning on this, Dan, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, they defend like crazy. They looked awesome against Memphis, I thought. And they were hitting all kinds of shots, too. They kind of got off to a little bit of a slow start, but then it just seemed like they were hitting everything for a stretch. I just have to imagine it's going to be like a physical, grinding game, and I think at some point Michigan State's ability to put the ball in the basket is going to win them the game. So I do think Michigan State's going to win.
Matt?
Well, I picked Virginia in my bracket, and I'll stick with that. I think it's, although I'll say this, that is going to be, everybody is excited about Louisville, Kentucky, which is running head-to-head, I think, time slot-wise, but I think this is going to be a more interesting game to watch. I think it's really going to be terrific. I will say, I don't think, the Big Ten's a really strong conference. I don't think that Michigan State has faced a team that plays as good a defense as Virginia. Usually you have like Wisconsin that's a real lockdown team, but they were more offensive this year. Michigan is a good team, but not a good defensive team. And Ohio State's, and Iowa, neither one of them play the defense the way the Wahoos do. So I think that'll be interesting. Gary Harris is probably the best player on the floor, but I don't know. I'm going to stick with Virginia.
But the factor, the coaching factor, Izzo's experience in a game like this, how far does that go when you have Bennett, who doesn't have a whole lot of that experience, obviously, at UVA? It's got to count for something.
He's got his dad.
I mean, Izzo has like a great record. I think especially in with the 2-day turnaround, with like the 1-day turnaround, where you have 1 day to coach basically. But I mean, Coach K had all the NCAA tournament experience in the world. Obviously, the most successful coach going right now. And
so
what did that get him against Mercer?
And on that point, let's give some credit to our colleague who's not here, Mr. Reed, who did call Mercer over Duke in the boldest prediction of last week.
Oh, he did, huh?
He did call that on the air. That's right.
Did you think
everybody's all 6 people.
Yeah, a blind squirrel, even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
All right.